A simple program, I mean, and it's as simple as this. If you really want to improve your greens program, density, ball marks, rooting, and apply it anytime, I don't care if it's 103 degrees. I have worked real hard and long, and now I'm getting pushback. I got a 40 SGN greens grade that they can't see when it's going down, but you got to throw it on the lines. But basically, it goes down 3 bags per month. And really what it is, it's a low rate product to feed the bacteria, because we're doing so much of those greens besides playing on them. So basically what you're looking at, we're building that nutritional base, that biodiversity base that's going to help you with all those different diseases, especially June, July, and August, when it gets really, we don't know what the weather's going to be like in Chicago. A sister product to that would be my 12-2-12. Basically, again, that was my mainstay greens product for years. Again, I give you more of a 1-to-1 ratio. Fairway products, I just threw 2 up here as an example, but basically the 16-2-4 or the sheet that you have, the 18-2-6, those are really combination products. They all hit about the same price point. And if you're really looking for something to improve your rough, I've got a number of blended products now. That this one happens to be a urea, methyl urea protein. Half of it's coming from organics. So again, you're looking at a 4-bag rate. So again, when you really look at a full program, you're probably looking at a greens program is going to cost you about $3,500 to $4,000 on the base products. Fairway products are going to be probably more in the $12,000 to $15,000 for the year. So overall, you're still looking at probably under $25,000 on 25 acres and 3 and 3. So again, I consider competitive when it comes to the type of product we're building. What are you going to gain? Talk a little bit about that biodiversity. So again, when you're damaging the nitrogen fixing and the plant health aspects, we're going to promote it and build it back. The other thing that you're going to find is a healthy plant can resist or withstand a lot more. So now all of a sudden we got a little more canopy. We've got, again, the factory's in place, meaning that that tissue's there. So you got photosynthesis going on, you got carbohydrate going on. So again, what we're doing is moving to what I call reducing the repetitive problems. If you start reducing some of the repetitive problems that you have, some of the things that you're currently in your program, it's your choice. But I've got, and I'll just say, just like what Justin talked about in his roughs, I've got a lot of mom and pop courses that can't afford the fungicides that we have here, or spend here in Chicago. But again, they're seeing a real reduction in dollar spot, to almost to a line where the application stopped.
No, we're still on the growth regulators, and we're using the 12-1-12, and we're not doing the 3 bags a month. We usually, right at our spring aerification, we'll go 4 bags of the acre, and then usually early July we'll do a 3 bags of the acre, and then feed it again when we aerify early September. But then we're on the liquids as well, and we're on really 7 ounces Primo and anywhere from 7 to 12 ounces of Cutlass MEC per acre.
The whole point is really you don't have to change your program. You just integrate other pieces in there. So basically, if you got healthier turf, some of these things can go away. And I think that's my whole point of the talk. You still need the medicine cabinet when it gets sick. But at the same time, if you create more of a healthier turf, healthier soil, you don't have to go to the medicine cabinet as much. When you look at the 2 12s, those are about 70%. So if you take 70% of the 80, you're at 56 TDN value. The 16% is like a 62 or 65%. So a 60% of 80, you're at 48. The 21 is a 50-50, so you're at 40. So basically, what you're buying on organics is the energy value that's going to build. I mean, it's like you can go to Ruth Chris and get a steak, or you can go to Outback and get a steak. There's a big difference in price in those steaks. So basically what I'm saying is you're looking at these things from an energy value, because that's being depleted out of your soil. So And the answer is that, yes, I'm gonna put TDN values to everything. So simple, I mean, here's the thing, if you're looking for a solid environmental message, we're there. We're a non-leaching nutrient, okay? When we add some of the traditional we do have some, I mean, with the urea, you're gonna get a little more leaching. But again, what we're doing, we're taking these tired soils, because again, if you haven't been doing anything on that biological plane, you've been using that organic that's built into the soil to continue to feed that bacteria, but at the same time, the seed-N ratio gets whacked out and it's not going to be readily available. Our stability is really in what I call building soil microbials and stabilizing root zones. The best thing that you can do for a green is on the grow-in process. Basically what you're looking at is you're going to stabilize that root zone right from the start, and I think your total nitrogen when we did the growing was 4 pounds, 5 pounds?
Yeah, between 4 and 5.
I believe
Yeah.
we used a lot of the 343 probiotic also.
Yeah.
We used some of
Yeah.
that.
So basically, and the one that we started out with, it was the 888, but then we did the 334, because I think you gassed your greens, didn't you? Did you gas them?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, we had to jumpstart it again. So if you're looking at destroying what's there, you've got to put something back in it, and I'll talk a little bit about that. Again, talked about water and nutrients. The biggest thing that we've seen, I mean, Justin's talked about the density of his rough. So again, you're going to improve density. That's what you're going to see. You're going to go this way and down rather than up. If you want more growth, then pick the product that you want the growth from. Urea-based, Uflex-based, methylene urea-based. We are a complement. I'll say we're a complement. We are not a fungicide, but that biodiversity aspect, best food for another microbial, it's statistical. So the more microbials you have, the fewer of those problems you're going to be fighting.